You better get that concept out of your mouth right now. Get it out of your mind and quit thinking about it because it's not true. Let's analyze this phrase. I guess they're right. I guess. Guess means you're not sure. You're wondering. You kept hearing them say it over and over and over again. You're not going to be good at basketball, so you might as well quit the team. And you keep hearing them say it. You don't believe them, but you're starting to be unsure of yourself. So don't second guess yourself. Think about the concept. Guess. I guess they're right. Maybe they're telling the truth. Perhaps what they're saying is true. No, you can't work on that. When you say, I guess they're right, that's what you mean. You're guessing. Hey, don't spend your life sitting there guessing about whether or not someone's telling the truth or not. That's not your job. Your job is to win. I guess they are right. I guess means you're not sure. They're right means they're telling the truth. Right. They are correct. They are not mistaken. So if you guess they're right, your mind and your brain starts functioning and starts considering the fact, well, maybe they are correct in what they're saying. So you start entertaining other thoughts about not being good, to play water polo or whatnot. They say you're not good enough for the team. Well, your mind and brain starts entertaining the thoughts, because if they're correct and you say that and introduce that into your life, the words start creating boundaries in your life. Well, if you guess they're right that you should be on the polo team, then maybe your performance will start going down, because when you tell yourself you're not good enough to be on it, then your circumstances and brain and everything around you starts adjusting itself to live up to that, whether or not you're the best possible player on the team or not. So I guess they're right means you're guessing that they're telling the truth. So don't guess about whether someone's telling the truth. If you haven't heard out of the Bible, don't guess and just automatically accept anything anybody says. I don't care who they are, especially if they're a human being and they have not attained to all knowledge. That does not mean they know everything about you. So if they haven't attained to all knowledge, that means they don't know everything. So for them to tell you, you need to go ahead and quit the baking team, go home and make your own cakes and pies. You're not good enough for us. Don't let that person sit there and make that decision for you. Don't second guess yourself, and don't let somebody else who doesn't know everything tell you information and you start second guessing yourself. If they are right, they're right, okay? Do your research, find out. If they're correct, they're correct. There's a heaven, there's a hell. So go do the research. Come on. There's a heaven, there's a hell. You have to there are times that someone is right. If they're a knowledgeable person, they're your parents, they played soccer all through high school, so if they give you some pointers in soccer, they're probably telling the truth. So don't be sitting there like, oh man, dad's too old and he doesn't know anything about what's going on in our life right now, so I'm not going to listen to him. I'm going to listen to my buddies and stuff like that. Well, your dad probably knows more about soccer, seeing he probably played high school and collegiate, and he's about to sign on with a major team. He might know a little bit more about soccer, I was thinking about hockey too, than your friends who don't know anything. Or they've been playing soccer for a couple years now. So if they are right, they are right. Hey, if they're right, they're right. That's it. Hey, if I'm right, I'm right. If you're right, you're right. So make sure you find out if they're right. But if they're just talking and you don't believe it on the inside, if you don't believe that it's correct, or you are unsure of what they're saying, do not just swallow it down like a baby pigeon or some bird with your mouth open and just swallow. Don't just swallow stuff. Don't accept stuff. And don't say, I guess they're right. Go find out before you say it. Go find out before you make your determining factor. Because if you let the devil, external influences, crush down on you, then that's it. If you let them, you'll be the one letting them, but if you let it crush down on you, stifle your creativity, stifle your life, stifle your joy, stifle your dreams. Oh, I guess they're right. Maybe I shouldn't write that book. This teacher didn't like it. I'm not going to say, well, I was thinking about saying, but this teacher didn't like it. Well, go find another teacher. If God told you to write and your desire is to be an author, and you got one teacher who's saying, oh, this isn't good writing, blah, blah, that's not this, that's not. whatever. Go find someone else who's more knowledgeable than them, because that person might only be dealing with it in their little, it's time for me to stop, their little frame of mind. So make sure you do not just run around and say, I guess they're right. Get the concept out of your mind. Go find out if they're right or not. Guys, life is beautiful. God loves you. Do not sit there and let someone tell you. If you're unsure about something, heaven, hell, Christianity, your dreams, your abilities as a soccer player, your ability to play piano, your ability to be a director, a producer, a dancer, go get some real information. Oh, I might as well add this in. Ask God. Give every single thought up to Him is one thing you can do. You can go do research and find out if you're good enough to play basketball. You can, practice and do what you need to do and find out, or, go to someone. But if we're talking about information, you can go to someone who has some information, go look it up in a proper book or find some scientist. But you got God. You have access to the King God of the universe. So you can ask Him, Lord, what do you think about that idea? They said I couldn't play, rugby. Said I was too small to play rugby. Well, if you're short and they say you're too small to play rugby and you grab a hold of that and run with it and don't consult God about it, we missed being able to buy that little card. I don't know if they have sports cards for rugby. They probably do, like we have for baseball and basketball in the United States. But we'll miss. I won't be able to get you to sign my little rugby card, whatever, because you accepted what that person said 12 years ago, and now you're just not the greatest possible rugby player ever because you listen to them. So ask God and get His thoughts on it. So find out who He is. Don't just accept information. Go do research about the information. Find someone who's knowledgeable about it. Don't just say, I guess they're right, I guess they're right, I guess they're right. Don't do I guess that. Go find out. Say, I know they're right, or I know they're wrong. I love you. Thanks for joining me. Be blessed in the name of the living Lord King Jesus Christ. And Jesus is your healer, financier, and your righteousness. Go find out whether that's true.